Michal, can you share your thoughts on how localization can help to deliver outcomes that business people really care about?
Certainly, Esther. So there was a time when localization just delivered translation, and that's what it was asked to do. Nothing else was expected. But nowadays, translation is a commodity. We have MT, we have Neural, we have tons of other technologies that just deliver translated content. So the true strength of localization nowadays is actually providing the interpretation for user behaviors once they see localized content. Localization has the people, has the skills, has the technology to actually analyze customer actions and tie them to specific translation issues or possibilities.
And what role do analytics and data play when you're thinking about making decisions within localization?
Well, a lot of the data that big business has only feeds sort of core source related decisions. If we're an American company, it deals with American or English-centric decisions. But localization can actually take the data, crunch all the numbers, do some text mining, do some NLP to see what it is actually that the customers want. How is it that they react to the content that we're serving them? How is it that they react to a localized product that they use? Thanks to localization and other organizations, by the way. So analyzing this data and then making meaningful decisions based on that. For example, this content doesn't really work. We invested a lot of money. There is no traction. There is no additional revenue. This kind of stuff essentially drives us to make better decisions. And localization is, of course, one of the very few organizations in any big company that can do that, because it's one of the very few that has global people, that has people who speak the individual languages, who can delve into the data, who can slice and dice it, who can interpret what the data analysis systems that were applied on that data actually tell us.
And how do you see the localization service moving beyond some of the familiar tools like translation, memory, and others? What kind of innovations do you think are coming next?
Well, I see the technology stack evolving in kind of two parallel tracks. One is around analyzing data, data crunching, NLP, and that's the part I've already alluded to in our conversation, which was essentially making sure that the linguists, the people who are trained in writing and maybe interpreting localized content, actually see all the data. They know where to dive into to look for particular patterns and trends. So analytics is one area. The other area that's huge, and it's gonna be even bigger, is NLG, so natural language generation. Because that will very soon, 2 or 3 years from now, maybe even sooner, replace a lot of what currently the translators do. The translators' role will be different. It'll be a role in analytics. It might be a role in training machine language models that we use to generate content. So again, two parallel tracks, analytics and NLG.
Thank you, Michal. Great speaking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks.